It is now my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for the afternoon, Mr. Neal Piper. Neal is the Executive Director of the Presidential Precinct. The Precinct is a nonprofit that unites the College of William and Mary, the University of Virginia, William Short's Morven, and the homes of three founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson's Monticello, James Madison's Montpelier, and James Monroe's Highland. The Presidential Precinct is a destination for young leaders from around the world to learn how others have built successful civil institutions and to debate the issues surrounding successful nation building and to collaborate with others facing similar challenges. Neal, come on up.
Thank you very much for the kind introduction, Emily. Too bad my wife's not here as preparing for today's remarks. She reminded me, try not to be too intellectual, try not to be funny, just be yourself. I'm still trying to figure out what she meant by that. But I first want to just say it's just tremendous, the amount of energy in this room. I was able to attend a few of the hearings a little bit earlier. I was in the room with T.C. Williams, which I think is over on this side of the room. They did a tremendous job, and this is a tremendous achievement that you're here today. And regardless of the outcome and who goes to the Nationals, you should all be so very extremely proud that you've made it this far. And it's a testament to your hard work, to your focus, your perseverance, and these are all great traits of good leaders that are going to take you a long way as you look forward to your careers. So I first just want to start by having everybody join me and just giving you all a big round of applause. Your involvement in the We the People program is a resounding demonstration of the power of young people who aspire to make positive change in their communities. Whether you are a student, teacher, or parent, you have proven that you are committed to upholding the fundamental principles that our founding fathers set forth. These principles, along with engaged and informed citizens like yourselves, are making this country great. It's really what makes this country great. You make our experiment in democracy a positive endeavor, and as a result, you continue to push our country forward. Students, our young citizens that are here in the room, you have the opportunity to take the knowledge that you've learned here through We the People to positively impact our nation and our world. Your investment in your education ensures great promise for your communities and your careers. But with that, you are also ensured incredible responsibility. And I have great faith in your ability to be change makers in this world, especially based off what I've heard here today. As many of you know, our founding fathers were young when they changed the trajectory of our country in 1776. Jefferson signed the Declaration of Independence at what age? Can anybody tell me? 33. Now, James Monroe, a bit younger than Jefferson, was elected to the Senate of the U.S. Congress at what age? 32. I think I heard 32 somewhere out there. And James Madison was a member of the Virginia State Legislature at age 25. The young people of this country have a history of bringing positive change to our world. So whether you aspire to become President of the United States of America, work to eradicate disease, or create jobs for incarcerated citizens, I'm confident that you all, everyone in this room, will go on to do great things for our country. I ask everyone to take advantage of your youth because as many of the parents and the teachers that I see up top that are in the room, time surely goes by quickly. And like many of you, I grew up in a small town and worked hard to achieve my goals at an early age. I learned about hard work from my parents. And at age 10, they allowed my sister and I to start a fruit stand. And later took that experience to start a landscaping company that helped me pay my way through college. I was the first person in my family to finish and attend college. And And this was more than a full-time job. There was a lot of effort, but it paid off. Because see, corporations or whatever you decide to do when you graduate high school or college and your next steps in life, they value experience. They value hard work. And as a result, I was hired on to Pfizer Pharmaceuticals as one of the youngest sales representatives out of a 150,000 person organization. And I had big aspirations. I aspired to be CEO of the organization. But you'll find out as you move forward in life, sometimes it has different plans for you. And for me, I had a big life shift when in 2007 I traveled to Indonesia, and for the first time in my life I saw stricken poverty firsthand. And it changed my perspective on the world. And after several trips abroad, I was selected as a Pfizer Global Health Fellow and moved to Swaziland, Africa for 6 months. And in Swaziland, I worked on several projects related to HIV and child survival. And it was there that I saw deep government corruption firsthand and how the lack of transparency can impact the lives of citizens, everyday citizens. And I left Swaziland with a new goal, searching for a way to promote good governance and leadership for citizens around the world. And today I have the opportunity to live out that goal as Executive Director of the Presidential Precinct. Now, since the precinct was started in 2012, we've hosted young leaders from over 110 countries around the world, representing business, government, and civil society. Now, these leaders, many of them not much older than yourselves, have shown me what hope we can have for prosperous, democratic, and just nations around the world. Now, Mirabelle Gong is one of these leaders who I've had the opportunity to meet. Mirabelle came to Charlottesville in the summer of 2015 to attend President Obama's Mandela Washington Fellowship program, which we were proud to host. And still in her 20s, she'd already created an organization in her hometown of Bamenda, Cameroon, called World Vision for Education and Development. Now, WebVet exists to encourage transparency, accountability, and creativity in local communities, specifically for women and young girls. And after a couple of weeks of sharing her story and commitment for change, Mirabelle invited to speak on a panel with Michelle Obama at her annual Girls Learn conference. She now uses her experience and connections to gain grant funding towards conferences and training local girls all across Africa. Now, while the precinct may be still in its infancy, the principles are steeped in history. Now, our commitment to impact and to serve the globe come in large part from our 6 partner institutions, which Emily mentioned earlier, which includes 2 of the top public universities, University of Virginia, College of William and Mary, the homes of 3 founding fathers, as you all know very well, Jefferson's Monticello, Montpelier, James Madison's Montpelier, and Monroe's Highland. And in fact, the Presidential Precinct was created out of the idea that each of these organizations are committed to inspiring and building up leaders on the sites, the grounds, and the ideals of our very founding fathers. Now, that's the presidential part. And what makes our organization unique, though, is bringing together of our committed partners, which really joins together truly a precinct. And the commitments, the passion, and the patriotism of our founding fathers continue to have deep impact on young leaders around the world. I see it every week as we host leaders from all around the world. And I'm confident that this will continue to pass on to new generations. So, what have I learned? What can we all learn about the model of the Presidential Precinct? There are 2 things that I hope to leave with you today. First, the power of building your network. When you can stand alongside one another, shoulder to shoulder, on a foundation of collective convictions, your ideas and endeavors have the power to really change things, both in your hometown, with local governments and community initiatives. And on a larger national and multinational scale, your passion, your willingness to band together and commit yourselves to making a difference can have a ripple effect that resonates around the world. Second, your passion when you work together has a resounding impact. We can thank 33-year-old Jefferson for the democracy that we live in and work in today, over 200 years later. We can thank 25-year-old Madison, the young legislator, for his contributions to the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom, a document that enables in part the rich and vibrant diversity of communities that we grow in and learn from in this country. So I ask you, 200 years from now, what will our country continue to gain from the collective commitments that each of you are making today? How will you carry this incredible responsibility of your education, your passion, and this program has instilled in you? Well, after meeting you and hearing about the accomplishments that you've gained through this program, I'm reminded about a quote from Thomas Jefferson when he said, "I rejoice when I hear of young men and women of virtue and talents, worthy to receive and likely to preserve the splendid inheritance of self-governance, which we have acquired and shaped for them." I'm looking forward to seeing all the amazing things that you do together over the years to come, and I can't thank you enough for having me here with you today. Thank you.